At 95 years old, Clint Eastwood has finally spoken openly about Tommy Lee Jones. But to understand why his words carry so much weight, you need to look at the incredible journey that made Eastwood the legend he is today. Born Clinton Eastwood Jr. on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, he grew up during the Great Depression, moving between several California towns. Those tough early years shaped the quiet strength and resilience that would define every character he played on screen. As a young man, Eastwood worked ordinary jobs to get by: lifeguard, lumberjack, gas station attendant. These real-life experiences became the backbone of his on-screen persona, a man of action, grit, and quiet determination. Hollywood wasn't an easy path. He spent years in acting classes, auditions, and small, forgettable roles before landing the TV series Rawhide in the late 1950s. That show introduced America to his steely presence, but it was Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy, A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That made him a global icon. He became the mysterious man with no name, defined by silence, intensity, and simmering danger. In the 1970s, Eastwood reinvented himself again with Dirty Harry, the hard-edged police inspector whose line, "Go ahead, make my day," became legendary. But acting was never the limit for him. He directed his first film, Play Misty for Me, in 1971, showing his interest in emotional truth and human vulnerability. Over the decades, films like Unforgiven, Million Dollar Baby, Mystic River, Letters from Iwo Jima, and Gran Torino cemented his reputation as a filmmaker drawn to quiet tension, moral conflict, and deep storytelling. Even in his later years, Eastwood continued to explore new roles and emotions. The Mule in 2018 reminded audiences of his unforgettable screen presence, and Richard Jewell, 2019, and Cry Macho, 2021, proved he still had a keen eye for storytelling in his 90s. Eastwood's personal life was equally complex. He married Maggie Johnson in 1953, with whom he had 2 children before separating in 1984. He had relationships with Sandra Locke and others, fathered children with multiple partners, and later married Dina Ruiz in 1996, with whom he had another child before divorcing in 2014. Now, looking back on decades in Hollywood, Eastwood reflects with clarity. When he spoke about Tommy Lee Jones, it was clear he was recognizing a fellow craftsman. He described Jones as a force of nature, someone whose presence is felt before he even speaks. Eastwood admired Jones's intelligence, restraint, and ability to communicate more with a glance than most actors can with pages of dialogue. "Tommy doesn't waste energy. He doesn't waste words," Eastwood said, noting that this minimalist style mirrors his own approach to acting and filmmaking. What stood out most was the warmth in Eastwood's voice. He praised Jones not just as an actor, but as a professional who treated the work with seriousness and respect, in a world often dominated by ego. "When you get to be my age, you start appreciating the people who didn't bend. Tommy's one of those guys, and his work's going to last," he reflected. He ended simply, "I always respected the hell out of him." Coming from Clint Eastwood, a man who has nothing left to prove, those words are both a tribute and a recognition of shared legacy. 2 artists, shaped by different lives, united by devotion to authenticity, endurance, and a deep love of the craft.